It's Monday. Welcome into the show. It is Arch City now. Happy December 15th. Just about halfway through the month. You guys are joining us today. We're here from 6 to 8 a.m. I'm Vic Faust, producer Ryan alongside as well. Like it when you guys jump into the show. Like to talk about all things St. Louis, anything, everything we can, plus national stories making headlines, news, and there's plenty of them. A lot of sports stuff today, a lot of sports entertainment side of things. I don't see a lot of news headlines yet. However, you guys can jump in, let us know how that's going for you guys. Like, subscribe, share the show. As always, you can jump in on X, Facebook, and YouTube. That's X, Facebook, and YouTube. And you can do it with us the entire show. Promote anything, whatever's happening in your world, what's happening in your life, what's making news. We'd love to cover all those things. Jump in. Be a part of the show with us. How was your weekend? What'd you guys do? Was yesterday cold enough for you? My God, that was terrible yesterday. Terrible how cold it was. Hey, my friend, are we on X right now? I didn't see us, and hopefully I was just making sure that we got up there.
We should be.
I don't see us.
Okay, let me see.
I don't think we're on there, my bud.
Let me add that. Oh yeah, I added to Facebook, but not the X. All right, you're on everything. Right,
we got to get our young blood up and running this morning.
Everything's good now, though.
All right,
Facebook, YouTube, everything's up.
You can jump in. Just participate with us. We get you up and rolling once we go. From 8 to 10 o'clock, as always, it's Hot Take Central 2.0, the former Blue Cam Jansen, and Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes. Some Cardinals news over the weekend, too. Dusty May's a Cardinal pitcher. Blues news. Blues back in action tonight as well. We'll get into that. Against Nashville, the team that not only beat them up, as the word that I used last week that producer I liked, bludgeoned, bullied, whatever, bombed, 7-2. They come back tonight. Blues little revenge action to take care of business. At least they need to get that done. It's like, hello, come on, Blues. Let's get something done tonight. So anyway, we got some Blues action to talk about as well. Anything that happened from the weekend? I was curious if anybody had a chance to go to the 12 Bars of Charity that took place over the weekend. It was packed at Union Station. It was a cold weekend, but it looked like it was packed at Union Station. Anyway, I was just glad, hoping to raise a lot of money. And that's what they try to do by buying those sweatshirts. We'll have to check back in with Charlie Metzner to see what's happening and how much money that St. Louis Hero Network was able to get done as well. We've got NFL action. There's a lot to talk about with the NFL. Starting with Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. The Chiefs for the first time in the Patrick Mahomes era. No playoffs. First time ever. And if that wasn't bad enough, it was Mahomes going down with an ACL or an MCL injury, MCL tear. So he'll have to come back from that. So much of his career reminding me of Tom Brady. Tom Brady dealt with a similar thing too. But Mahomes was trying to lead the Chiefs back late in the game, tears the ligament in his knee. Gardner Minshew has to come in, and he throws a pick, and then that kind of sealed the deal from that standpoint, and it was all said and done. So we'll get into the Chiefs. No playoffs. I know that's tough for Chief fans in the area. You get used to your team winning and going to the playoffs all the time, but all good things must come to an end. Also, from a football standpoint, Diego Pavia. I appreciate it if people, you make mistakes, and kids are going to make mistakes. They're adults make mistakes. He just has a bunch of bad people or one bad person giving him advice because he comes off as a punk. And the problem with people who act like punks and they don't win any big games is the fact that it's like another Johnny Manziel. And that's what I see him turning into. Here's the problem with Diego. He can go out and he can act how he wants and free country and say what he wants. But here's the problem. When you start dogging other people who have 100 times the class that you do, like Fernando Mendoza. What is there not to like about Fernando Mendoza? Nothing. Class, Christian, outstanding football player, loving son. I mean, gives all of his NIL money to charity. He wins the Heisman. And then you have punk ass Pavia, who needs his ass beat. If he came into the studio, I'd do it for him. Just showing what white trash he is. Total white trash. I mean, total trash. At a party. F Indiana. F the voters. But yeah, you know what? Let's get into it.
All right.
We'll get into it.
Let me pull it up real quick.
Now, here's the thing. Pavia is a villain, and that's fine. And he likes to take that role. Here's the problem. It's all right to have a chip on your shoulder. I mean, he's a little dude. He's like 5'0". He had a great year. Had a good year last year. Got into a good system. He's not going to be as successful in the NFL. He's not. Mizzou punked his little ass. Mizzou shut him down, ended his Heisman. He did not have a great game against a good team after Mizzou put him in his place. You know, he's like, Michigan likes to call Michigan State little brother, but the true little brother is Pavia. What is he, like 5'5"? Look at me. Look at me. I'm Diego.
Yeah.
So Diego, after he lost, I mean, flipping off the cameras, F Indiana on his video screen. I mean, look, seriously. Just a little punk ass.
You got to realize,
those are the little dudes I used to give attitude adjustments to if they came by. Little dude.
Hit him with the AA like John Cena.
Little dude. Little dude with a little mouth. No, here's the thing. So he was punk, and then that was what he F Indiana. And then he took a picture. This guy forgets that we already saw him. We saw Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel has come out and said he did everything wrong. Playing drunk, partying, girls, money. It's not what it's all cracked up to be. Do you have the picture to show?
Yes.
If you can pull that up, that's fine. So you got to be careful. And you don't call out the media when they're the ones who you're responsible for people even know who you are. TV, writers who are very good and bust their butt, making a fraction of what you do, even as an NIL guy. So
Man, I didn't know that guy was that small. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. He stands on a box.
Hold on. Let me make the picture a little bit.
And it's all right. It's all right. We have tall people. We have short people. It's not, that doesn't matter in life. Who cares? It's just if you're going to walk around like you're all tough and bad. I mean, the problem is F all the voters. Really? You should have gotten third at best.
He maybe got second for real?
Maybe fourth. I didn't know where is that what he said? He got second?
No, but like I don't even think
no,
he
Jeremiah Love should have been second.
I don't even think he should have been in the running, man.
He was lucky he was even there. That was my point. This guy, if there was ever the second coming of Johnny Manziel, this is it, except he's not as good as Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny Manziel beat Bama, baby.
Yeah, not as good. This is your
wannabe.
No, this is what you order off line that comes from China. This is your
Temu.
Yeah, this is your Temu version. They said the Wish version. All those things that come in from China.
It came in from China.
Diego finished second, but a way distant second.
Yeah, I think Mendoza is the right pick. I had Jeremiah.
Of course
Love,
he is.
But Mendoza 13-0, man, what a wonderful story for Indiana. They're gonna lose to Bama though, but what a wonderful story.
Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see where it all goes.
Fact.
But lesson for everybody. It doesn't have to be sports, business. Pride comes before the fall. Be humble, be kind. You're not less of a man if you're sweet to somebody. You're not less of a man if you give it up for somebody who's better than you. It's just a punk. Just a punk. And it's a fine line sometimes with people who play with a chip on their shoulder, doubted your own life. If you come from a tough background and things from that standpoint, I get it. I played with those guys. I played with a chip on my shoulder too, but come on, know who you are. And he just, I don't know, he just says, and anytime, ask Patrick Mahomes. It always seems like there's brothers that hang around you that are dead weight. I don't know, that cause issues away from you that you're always trying to take care of or whatever. I mean, think about that. What is it about brothers of superstars? There's somebody else I'm not thinking about. Pavia's brother, Patrick Mahomes' brother, who he's had to keep on the down low.
Mahomes.
I mean, seriously. Music entertainers have some brothers and family members that like to run their mouths like a little yappy dog.
And that's why I respect that's why I respect Deion Sanders Jr. because he doesn't talk, he just works.
Yep,
but
there you go.
Shiloh is hilarious though, because he be streaming and stuff, and he is so funny streaming. But yeah.
Does he really?
Yeah,
that's cool stuff, man.
It was Thanksgiving, and he had Shador over and his mom and stuff, and he was like, "Mom, you can't make my plate. I guess it's because I'm not the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns."
So I mean, Fernando, just all class. The kid is all class.
He is.
Clearly, a lot of times the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Oh yeah, his brother's there, right?
Well, he has brothers there too,
Yeah.
but you see, they were raised pretty well. Loving mom who's struggling, dying, but there's such a love and a respect in that family. Pavia, I mean, his mom's out partying and short skirts and bumping and grinding and I mean, it's, hey, and if that's your thing, it's your thing, but it's all public in the stands and just a weird, not a great look. And you can be who you want to be, but when you open your mouth and you start saying F Indiana and F the voters, and you know what? Then you could come out the next day and say, oh, I'm sorry, because he cost himself so much money. I promise you he did.
But what money where?
In the NFL.
You think he was going to the NFL?
He's not coming back to Vanderbilt.
Not. He's like 30.
No, he's not going to the Canadian Football League. No, he's going to go to the NFL. I'm telling you, he is. He's going to go back. Now, he came out yesterday and apologized for being disrespectful.
Don't apologize now.
Yeah, I mean, F all the voters. Family for life. Down emoji. It's like, give me a break. So he came out and then right after the fact says, quote, being a part of the Heisman ceremony last night as a finalist was such an honor as a competitor. Just like in everything I do, I wanted to win. To be so close to my dream and come up short was painful. I didn't handle those emotions well at all and did not represent myself the way. Going to pull it back up. He had to finish the whole quote. It's just one of those things that if you do that. So he's like, I did not handle myself, those emotions well at all. I did not represent myself the way I wanted to. I have much love and respect for the Heisman voters in the selection process, and I apologize for being disrespectful. It was a mistake, and I'm sorry. Fernando Mendoza is an elite competitor and a deserving winner of the award. I have nothing but respect for his accomplishments as well as the success that Jeremiah and Julian had this season. So he came out with that. But you know what? Just shut your mouth.
Yeah, just shut up, dude.
Shut your mouth.
Like, shut up, dude. Because
no, he needs his ass beat is what he does. He needs a good ass beat.
Yeah, he does need somebody to beat his ass.
And he's a little punk. And you know who beat his ass?
Mizzou.
Mizzou beat his ass all over the field. And if Mizzou doesn't lose a quarterback, they win that game. And then we didn't have to hear from the little yappy dog. I mean, it's like, shut up. Class, Jeremiah Love, Julian saying, Mendoza, all great football players. And guess what? They've all accomplished more. All three of them.
They've all accomplished more, and talent-wise, they look more like NFL talents as well.
I mean, you know what, though? It's a lot of times the quiet guy in the room usually is the guy that is it.
Yeah.
Always pay attention to the one who listens. The one who's always running their mouth and yapping has some insecurities. Listen, I get it. It may be tough being 5'3", Pavia. I get it.
He does have.
What is he,
short
like
man
5 foot
syndrome.
maybe? I get it. I get it. You want to be seen. You want to be heard. But you can't do that, then come out the next day and apologize and expect everybody to take you. Oh, yeah, whatever. He went on to say, I've been doubted my whole. See, I told you he was going to say this. I've been doubted my whole life, and there's something about playing with a chip on your shoulder. It's fine. But there's also something about keeping your mouth shut.
Man.
I've been doubted my whole life. Every step of my journey, I've had to break down doors, fight for myself because I've learned that nothing would be handed to me. Nobody gives a damn. Shut your mouth. My family's always been in my corner, and my teammates and coaches and staff. I have my 6. I love them. I'm grateful for it. Doesn't matter what you went and did. Then where were they to shut your mouth when you were running a gun? Anyway, just to say, I mean, here's the thing. You can, but to go out and actively rip and go after Mendoza, who is 10 times the quarterback you are, will be the first quarterback taken in the NFL draft. Shows his family, his friends, his brother love, respect, his teammates. And you're going to rip him? So anyway.
You know what Pavia reminds me of?
Just shut your mouth and go do your thing and let time go by.
Like, you know what he reminds me of? Especially just being in college and seeing these type of guys. Like, I know he has a girl now, but he just reminds me of the guy who is on the football team, who goes to the bars and stuff and just expects like every
special treatment.
Yeah, special treatment, tries to talk to all the girls. Like, he just gives that vibe. And 9 times out of 10, you're getting rejected, but like he just gives that vibe that like he just thinks he's that guy, which is cool. I'm confident too, but like, dude, you got to know your time and place. You just lost. Like, if I lost in something, I'm not gonna go on social media and be like F it all and go to a party where they're like, if I see that sign, I may think it's funny, but I'm not gonna post it. You get what I'm
exactly.
saying? Like, I'll think it's funny, but I'm not going to be posting, dancing by it, and doing all that.
I just, man,
like, that's why I don't think he's going to the NFL. Like, why would he's going to be a backup quarterback day one?
Well,
like,
look what happened to Shadur Sanders.
That's what
people
I'm saying.
had questions about his personality. Diego Pavia,
I think he's
has
worse.
shown 10 times worse.
I think Shador, like a lot of stuff, I think Shador is just like confident, and sometimes I think they be trying to get back at Dion, but at the same time,
exactly.
With Diego, I think it's literally just he is just doing this stuff because he thinks it's cool. Like,
I don't know, man. I just saw that come down, and I'm like, let it be a lesson for everybody that it's all right to start feeling like you're good and you're the best, but pride comes before the fall. And this guy was something else. So anyway, maybe that's the last time we have to hear from him. He gets to play a meaningless bowl game, and he'll probably do great, and good for him. But against the best SEC defenses, he didn't do great. Starting with Missouri, they put the game plan out, and it was all over after that. They put that game plan together, and it was like, okay, we see who you are. We see what you got. So anyway, you saw that come down. But in the midst of it all, Fernando Mendoza did win the Heisman. Didn't expect to get into that. We were starting to promote all the things we have come up in the show. But congrats to Fernando. Congrats to Indiana. He is an incredible story. I mean, he had no offers after his freshman year, sophomore year, junior, nothing. He did not have any offers, nothing. So guess who could have had a chip on their shoulder too? Diego. It was Fernando.
probably did, but just didn't showboat about it.
No, he didn't. He didn't have any offers.
Yeah,
he just had to work. Not until the senior, he got a Cal offer.
Exactly. He probably had a chip on his shoulder this whole time, but just didn't flaunt it. Like, just because you got a chip on your shoulder don't mean everybody needs to know.
Exactly. Let your play do the talking. Just keep your mouth shut. I saw it come down. I was like, oh, man.
Like, it'd be different if you were good. Like, that's what's so making me so annoyed about it. It'd be different if you were like when Johnny Manziel was doing it, he was doing it in the SEC and winning. Like, he was looking nice doing it too.
Yeah.
Like, if Johnny Manziel was in NIL right now, he'd probably have $20 million. a year, something crazy. Like, dude, you're not on that level. It's okay.
So anyway, that's that. Yeah, it was just all that BS coming down. I was like, what a punk. Just a punk. And once again, not for it to be lost in all the shuffle, another just class kid, Julian Sand from Ohio State, who quarterbacks one of the best teams in America. And then, of course, Jeremiah Love, our St. Louis product. Jeremiah, just fantastic. What a year for Jeremiah. And I watched some of the Heisman. They went back to when they were kids, and the thing that was really cool, they even showed Jeremiah where he got his football start over in Collinsville, Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
He was playing football down there in Collinsville, and then came over to Jennings. Like I said, I coached against him when he was in the 8th grade, and then my son was starting quarterback at CBC, although he got pulled up from the freshman team to JV and varsity his freshman year. Just comes from a really good family. Dad is a really good man too. No, mom just a little bit, but knew dad better. So that kind of is the situation from Saturday night. It's like, okay, hey, it may seem cool at the time, but just bite your tongue. And if you love your friends, stop them before they do something stupid. Okay. I know that in some groups, they may be paying the bills. They may be footing the bill for the bottle service, the bottle girls and everything else, but just let them know. Not a good idea. Sometimes people in the posse are afraid. Are they really your friends, or are they just there to spend some time with you? That's what I say. Freaking. Oh, what a way to kickstart a Monday morning. 6:27 is the time. It's December 15th. We'll talk about him later in the show. Vanderbilt, the Vanderbilt alumni, I could already see them going, oh my God, what is Diego doing now? They're not used to that. They just had football this year.
It
literally just came across the screen on the radar. Oh, what is that? Oh, we're nationally ranked. Vanderbilt.
Hey,
I know some Vanderbilt alum, and the last thing that they want is a Diego.
Yeah.
They love the hype, but it's like, come on.
Like, dude, let's show some class here, man.
He's like a non-funny cousin Eddie showing up at Christmas vacation.
He's like that annoying cousin that just does stuff. And I'm like, bro, I get it. You're pretty good at football. But I'm like, dude, you could have had a way different year and probably been totally different.
No, I guess the final thing I'll say about him was he's listed at 6 foot.
That man is 5'8".
He's listed at 6 foot on. I saw him play in person at Mizzou, not this past season, but season before. And I saw him come out, and this is before anybody knew about him. And I'm down. My son was there on a recruiting trip, so we're down pretty low. And we were down on the field, and I'm watching this guy warm up. I'm like, oh, that must be a backup. I'm like, look at him, dude. 5'8", maybe 5'9".
That's what I'm saying. They list him really with no shoes, 5'9.5".
And then I
think that's too graceful.
And then I saw him standing next to Fernando at the event. Even Jeremiah Love, who's listed just over 6 foot,
looks like
was looking down at him.
Yeah, he's 5'8". Like, he may be 5'7.5".
It's like, come on, shut your mouth. Oh man, it's a Monday morning. Arch City Now. Glad you guys are with us. We cover everything, a lot of sports. I mean, today there's not a lot of news headlines in the area unless you guys want to let us know. Of course, you can always jump in on Facebook, X, and YouTube at Arch City Now. That's producer Rye. Bet. I'm Vic Faust. Glad you guys are here on a Monday as we get things started. We take it to 8 o'clock. Hot Take Central 2.0 follows us with the former St. Louis Blue Cam Jansen and Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes. It's a Monday, which means from 10 to 11, we do the MIZ STL show. Grant Salzman, myself, and boy, oh boy, do we have something to talk about. We'll talk about it on this show, too, when we come back from break. Eli Drinkwitz signed that new deal with Mizzou, and now he's being mentioned in association with the Michigan football head coaching job. People are like, oh, no, here we go again. Eli Drinkwitz. Yeah, we'll get into that. The AP story that's come out. I can already hear people who hated the contract that Eli got. Oh, great. Missouri Brass is going to give him more money to stay. No, he signed. Now we just wait and see. So we'll talk about that. That's on the MIZ STL show today from 10 to 11. Charlie Toon and the Posse take you from 11 to 1. And, of course, if you want to call in, you can always do that. The phone number is 855-282-8255. We are your Lou Information Station. We are live and on demand at louinfo.com. Yeah, it's single-digit temperatures this morning, but the good thing, people, is the fact that we have a warm-up. It's literally going to feel like spring by tomorrow. 55. Today we're in the highs back in the 40s. 50s for the rest of the week until Friday. I think it's a cold day Friday, but then it goes back up. Yeah, the last 2 days have absolutely sucked. They actually canceled events in St. Louis yesterday. It was so damn cold outside.
Yeah, I was surprised my mom went to that Nelly thing.
Oh, yeah, black and white event last night. Well, she didn't call me.
You were there?
No, she could have. I would have went as her date.
Yeah, I think she was a +1, Vic. I'm gonna be honest. So, yeah, she's next time I'll let her.
Hey,
know,
for people who don't know, it's like I'm old enough to be Rye's dad.
Yeah, and Vic's a cool dude.
And so your mom's single, right?
Yeah,
and I'm not being in the disrespectful.
That's why Vic is a cool dude. So I'll let him take my mom on a date. Most guys,
that was like, what's his name? Was trying to take Pavia's mom out on a date.
Theo Von.
Yeah.
Theo Von. Like, I've seen a lot of men try to talk to my mom. God. And it's so annoying. So, but Vic's a cool dude.
It does annoy you as a son?
No, it annoys me so much because I know my mom's like really pretty.
She's
like, her age, right?
I've always said you're a good looking dude, so obviously you got but you already told me your dad's not a good looking dude.
Yeah, my dad's ugly. But I know my mom is a really like beautiful woman, right? So like I be seeing guys when I'm walking with her down the street, I like try to like
my
macho
dad's
them.
Ugly.
Like I try to macho them and I'm like, yeah, I'm her son. Like I'm 6'4", dude. Like chill out. And like, yeah. But my mom has a very expensive like taste. So I know, like,
I may be out.
No, like you're cool. So it's different. She doesn't look for money, but like she has a very like classy taste.
Okay, there you go. Wow, this is a great morning. It's a great show to kickstart things up. But she went last night. You know what? We'll talk about that too. Nelly still giving back here in St. Louis. Huge event at the Four Seasons. Why were you even talking about that? Why did that come up? Oh, events that were closed. But that wasn't closed.
No, it wasn't.
But she went out, especially for women who are wearing dresses and trying to stay warm. Yeah, that's tough. All right, 6:32. It's a Monday. We'll come right back. It's Art City Now, X, Facebook, and YouTube. Like, subscribe, share the show, jump in. We get you going Monday through Friday right here from our beautiful studios in Kirkwood, the J. Randolph Jr. Studios off of Manchester Road. Jump in, say hi. If there's something that we're missing from the shows, if there's something that happened over the weekend, if anybody went to the 12 Bars of Charity, I'd like to hear how that event was. It was cold. It wasn't quite like it was yesterday, but lots to get to this morning. We'll talk about that Eli Drinkwitz situation and the Michigan coaching job. And boy, oh boy, another story came out over the weekend on Sharon Moore offering tickets for exploitations with OnlyFans models.
Woo! Some more came out with them.
Oh yeah, dude, we got. It's like, come on, man. It's funny at first, but it's sad.
It's sad, but like.
And here's the thing: you want it all to come out, as I hear Michigan fans say, but at the end of the day, it's still his wife, a loving wife who's there.
I really feel bad for him
and daughters, and it's like that sucks.
Like,
and if anybody's ever been cheated on, you know the feeling. Or if you've cheated on anybody else, you know the feeling too. It sucks. It does. All right, we'll take a quick break. Let's get out of here. We'll come back with those stories. Don't go anywhere. We are your Lou Information Station. We are live and on demand at louinfo.com. Back right after this.
Hot Take Central 2.0.
Now, as you sports fans know,
it's really getting out of hand, man. It's going way out of control.
With Cam Jansen.
I'm going to lead you down the path that rocks.
And Jimmy the Cat Hayes.
You're a legend in the city, living by day instead of night.
Weekday mornings from 8 to 10.
Hell yeah.
Only on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com. Hot Take Central 2.0.
This whole situation is getting out of control.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It should not be based solely on advertisements.
Not sure how to get a lawyer after an accident? Call Brown & Crouppen. We'll walk you through it. Worried it'll cost too much? Here's a fact. At Brown & Crouppen, you pay nothing up front, and we never get paid unless you do. When you're our client, you'll have all your questions answered, all for free. Hurt? Get the facts and help you need. Call Brown and Crouppen now.
This is Mizzou wide receiver Kevin Coleman Jr.
And I'm Mizzou linebacker Josiah Trotter.
When we hit the field, we have each other's back.
And off the field, we got James Carlton, State Farm covering us.
Thanks, fellas. Nothing beats college football season, and nothing beats saving money. Just by getting a quote from our office and mentioning Mizzou, we'll make a donation to support Mizzou's Will to Win push on your behalf. No strings attached.
So you're supporting the team just by checking your rates. Doesn't get any easier than that.
It's so easy. Check them out online at cartoninsurance.net. MIZZOU.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. 222-2222.
News report. One person is dead after a fire Sunday afternoon at a 4-family brick apartment building in the 5800 block of Roosevelt Place in North St. Louis. Fire crews say it began in a vacant apartment, spread to another empty unit, and a body was found where the fire began. Heavy smoke and structural damage forced residents to evacuate, and the Red Cross is helping those displaced. The cause is under investigation. A Granite City police officer shot twice in the line of duty last week is now out of the hospital. 27-year-old officer Tyler Timmons was released from St. Louis University Hospital a week after he was wounded while responding to a call near Johnson Road and Carlson Avenue. The city of St. Louis is opening an additional winter weather shelter, bringing the total to 4. Shelters are available at Peter and Paul's Jugan Shelter on North Florissant, Biddle Housing Opportunities on North 13th, Peter and Paul's Sydney Shelter, and Cemetery United Methodist Church on Olive Street. Call United Way at 211 for more info. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and the free Lou Info app, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports. Anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. A little cool today, but we have warmer weather on the way tomorrow and especially Wednesday. Sunshine and about 40 on the afternoon high. It will be a little bit windy with high pressure moving in to take over the weather pattern. It'll be clear overnight, lows near 30. We'll pick up about 10 degrees on the afternoon high on Tuesday, sunny and 50. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and the free Lou Info app.
St. Louis sports fans, now you can go deeper with STL Sports Central Insiders. Get exclusive access to Bernie Miklasz, Randy Carricker, Mike Claiborne, Jamal Mayers, and more. Plus, your chance to watch a Blues game in the alumni box with Jamal himself. Also, monthly giveaways, Bernie's columns all week, and you'll be supporting local sports media. Join now at stlsportscentral.com.
When it's time to bring the energy, don't fake it. Fuel it. Drink Thunder is the all-natural, plant-based, fruit-based pre-workout drink that gives you real results without the junk. No sugar, no crash, just clean energy, powered by nature, and loaded with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants to help you perform at your best. Go to drinkthunder.com and grab your favorite flavor: orange, mango, blackberry, lemonade, or strawberry cream. Drink Thunder, the clean way to power your workout. drinkthunder.com.
Lunchtime just got a whole lot better at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. From mouth-watering wraps to loaded quesadillas to bold, flavor-packed sandwiches, Hot Shots has something fresh every single day, along with your favorite wings, burgers, and pizza that you know and love. And don't sleep on those Hot Shots tacos. Plus, if you gotta be in and out quick for lunch, Hot Shots has you covered every day starting at 11 a.m. Find your nearest Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill now at hotshotsnet.com. That's hotshotsnet.com.
Is your brand stuck on the sidelines? Tired of feeling like your marketing budget is just warming the bench? Well, then it's time to get in the game with Eyesight Media. We don't just put your brand near the action, we put you in the action. Imagine this, your company front and center, showcased in NCAA and pro stadiums and arenas nationwide. If you're ready to elevate your brand to MVP status, don't miss this shot. Visit eyesightmediagroup.com today to apply for an internship. That's eyesightmediagroup.com.
Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
All right. We're back. During the break, my partner over here, producer Rye, gave me his mom's digits.
Digits in the socials, man.
The date will be on. all respect, though. I say that in all respect as much as I can. Yeah, we'll go next year. We'll go to Nellie's black and white party in St. Louis next year. By the way, this is Arch City Now. Jumping on Facebook, X, and YouTube. Love it when you guys are here joining us. All things St. Louis all the time and the other stories making news nationally. Producer Rye, I'm Vic Faust. Here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Do want to say Nelly still raises a ton of money. He could be lazy. He could sit back. He doesn't. So we appreciate that. He works with a lot of people throughout the St. Louis area, providing scholarships for a lot of HBCU kids, Harris Stowe State College as well. Make-A-Wish Foundation. That's what they do every year with the black and white party at the Four Seasons. It was really good when he brought it back there. And your mom was there last night helping raise money as well. Just a really cool thing for St. Louis, and we'd love to promote those things. You can't get enough of those events and people who are raising money for charity. And while St. Louis is a big, small city, we do put out a lot of money when it comes to charitable organizations and events like that. Okay, as we were going to break, what the hell's going on? Why would a search firm include Missouri football coach Eli Drinkwitz on their short list to be the next football coach at the University of Michigan? I know okay. I'm on record. I didn't want Eli to leave. My only complaint has been they needed to figure out a situation with their offensive coordinator. That was taken care of last week. He's now the head football coach at Washington State. So who is Eli Drinkwitz going to get as his offensive coordinator? Or does the offensive coordinator take off and then the head coach take off? No, he's got to find an offensive coordinator. Because we all knew, at least anybody that talks Missouri football, covers it, played it, knows you couldn't bring back the same offensive coordinator and the same two quarterbacks. You just couldn't. You can't. They're going to have to pay a ton of money to keep the best running back in America. His name is Ahmad Hardy, best pure running back. The best all-around back is Jeremiah Love, or now he is gone. Back next year, Ahmad Hardy, without question, by far is the best running back. He was just All-American. He should have won the Doak Walker Award for the best running back in America. I think a sympathy vote went away from him to a school that got left outside of the playoffs. And that comes even though I just gave a long conversation about Jeremiah Love and how much I love him and his dad, and I've known him since we were in 8th grade. The best all-around back is him, but the best puring back is Ahmad Hardy. So Ahmad Hardy's coming back. You got to get another quarterback that can take some of the pressure off him. What is going on now? Usually these coaching searches at big schools are taken care of pretty quickly, usually. The Penn State one was kind of a weird deal, and I'm not going to bore you in all it and what was kind of going on behind the scenes. The Michigan situation came out last week. But don't think for a second that ADs don't already have the replacement for the current guy that they have. And let me give you a little secret, because I've been told this before. Maybe guys do this, but I've been told girls do this on the down low. You may be with your girl. It may have happened to you. But I'm told by these relationship experts that she's got your replacement in mind.
Hey, man.
You lit up when I said that.
I'm letting every guy know right now. Right now, man. If you're talking to your girlfriend right now, you don't have to check her phone. You don't have to do none of that. Just know that if you mess up, there is another guy that has been waiting for 8 months for you to mess up. He has been seeing your posts on Instagram. He's been seeing it all. And he's like, man, when this guy messes up and that girl posts she's single, she'll finally answer my text.
It may not even take to be single.
Yeah, it may not even have to be
Now, there
single.
are guys that do that too. You may be one of them, and you may be going.
Yeah.
But you may have your list too. But I'm telling you, ADs are the same way.
Yes.
They have their people that are going to replace the people because you don't want to get caught with your pants down.
Exactly.
So what is taking Michigan so long to get their guys? I mean, this is a coveted position, right? Man. Who's left? who's out there with all of the coaching changes and hires and things that have taken place. And you're in the midst right now of the portal. All the guys that are leaving have already declared. So all the coaches can look in there and see. The activity begins January 2nd, I believe. So did the short list for Michigan, did they get turned down too? You think, but this can also happen too. Usually, well, maybe for a guy, but not a girl. If a girl calls up the dude,
9 times out of 10.
yeah, he's still there.
Yeah.
So you are replaceable. Don't think for a second, men, that those women do not have, and women, if you're listening, you may be laughing. You're like, I don't do that. I don't know. Think back to your single days. Would you have? Do you have somebody in your, not talking about you, but I'm just talking to people in general. So why hasn't Michigan hired yet? And then yesterday we see a report come out from the AP. Schools pay a lot of money to firms to find coaches. Who checks out? Who has the best reputations?
You want to know who I'm going with for the Michigan job?
I'm going to say, can I guess who I think you're going to say?
Yeah.
John Gruden.
That was one of them, but
Okay.
I changed my mind because I was like, I know Vic's going to think John Gruden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know me. So who is it?
Petrino.
Oh,
Bobby
no
Petrino.
way.
I don't
No
know
way.
anyone else.
I covered Michigan football for 10 years.
They're like, no.
Not in that community. That is a very, let's just say, confident fan base. Confident. My boys, okay, so people, I spent 11 years in Detroit. Loved it, loved Michigan. I love St. Louis. I'm from here. But one of the best sports markets in America is Detroit. It is.
facts.
And it's because of their college scene with the pro scene. I mean, literally, you have a point of the year where on a Friday night, you'd have wings sold out or near sold out. Saturday, you'll have Michigan and Michigan State Stadium sold out over 80,000 and then over 110,000, 114,000 at the Big House. Saturday night Pistons game could be sold out. Sunday Lions game sold out. They love their sports there. So the fact that they got rid of Sharon Moore and now they don't have a coach yet, man, I'm wondering what's going on. So they hire these coaching firms, and these firms get paid tons of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars to help us narrow down who the best field is. And Eli Drinkwitz's name continues to pop up on these coaching searches. And Mizzou fans are like, we haven't won anything. Seriously, think about this. So the firm has allegedly targeted Missouri football coach Eli Drinkwitz and Arizona State's Kenny Dillingham. Now, Kenny Dillingham is who I thought would be the guy to go. But then I read yesterday Dillingham was finalizing a contract to stay at Arizona State.
Well, his quarterback's leaving.
His quarterback is leaving. Sam Levitt is leaving. And he's going to be the most sought after, in my humble opinion, quarterback that's in the transfer portal.
And Michigan's QB Bryce got an offer to LSU. That's a lot of money.
Mr. Bryce Underwood.
So
after he just took Larry Ellison of Oracle and David Portnoy for about
13 or something,
multi millions of dollars.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think you should be able to do that, man.
No, of course you should.
I really don't think you should be able to
Not
play
from year
1
to
year
year.
and
No.
get that
Hell
much
no.
money and then just leave, man.
That's why it's all messed up and it needs to
It
change
needs to
somehow,
be a
some way.
contract, especially for college football.
And Congress may have to get involved because the NCAA can't do it.
Exactly. And I don't think like our government should have to get involved in this. I think that NCAA get paid a lot of money to make it fair for each player, but if we have to get Trump in on this, it's going to get bad.
At this point in time, it's going to get you'd want to you want politicians to stay out of it, but NCAA is not going to be able to figure this out.
At
They're
all.
not.
We need
It's way past that.
We need the government to say this is the most they can make.
The only person that can figure this out at this time is Nick Saban.
And he's not figuring that out, man.
Nick's he's buying up property on beaches.
Yeah, Coach Terry ain't letting him do that.
And
man.
he's having fun talking ESPN game day. So Sharon Moore was fired last Wednesday, so we're going to be coming up on a week. I don't think Eli Drinkwitz would even consider this job.
Me too.
But you also have to understand something about life and leverage. If you're Kenny Dillingham may want this job, and he may be the guy, and there may not be anybody else. But when it comes to contract negotiations, you never get what you should get unless you have leverage. It is. It's a fact of life. All the TV contracts I had, if I had leverage, it worked out well. If I didn't, oh, we love you, but here's your peanuts that you're going to be working for. We love you. Yeah, sign it. If Kenny Dillingham's the only legitimate choice, then he and his agent could go in there and try to get a whole lot more money. But if there's another name that's mentioned that might be interested, you never know. I don't know who their agents are. I think Eli is with Jimmy Sexton.
What a great agent. Incredible.
Yeah. He's the guy. I don't know who Dillingham's agent is. I don't. If somebody knows, you can feel free to tell us who it is. But at the same point in time, I don't know why his name continues to get brought up. Is it him? Is it agent? Is it, and why? He just signed a contract. I mean, literally 2 weeks ago, he signed a contract that pays him just under $11 million a year. And all he has to do is win 8 games in a season, and it adds another year to his contract.
Wait, in a season, he just has to win 8 games
in
8
games.
One season.
Yeah. Well, say Lane Kiffin's is 6. These are, I'm not kidding you. These are stipulations that are put in contracts. When you have leverage, that's what you do. And it also shows you the money these universities have, or at least appear to have, when it comes to how much money they can pay out. Just like owners. They're billionaires paying millionaires. They wouldn't be paying the money they had unless they had it.
Bro, I chose the wrong profession, man. I should have been a college football player. Even if I sat on the bench a little bit, got a little as a grad assistant job and just worked up, man.
I am bewildered how Eli's name is brought up. And you guys know I did not want Eli to leave Mizzou.
Yeah, I don't either, but
I think he is the perfect coach at the perfect time and is taking care of what he can. What we have to find out is, can they win some of these big games? And going from, as Eli said so eloquent, it's so true, going from solid and good to great, difficult. For example, when I played, we were bad, but we were so close. You'd lose like 4 games by like 8. Are so important in life and everything, as you know, in business, sports, whatever. Details. I give you my opinion after lots of mistakes. Details.
Yes.
Everything in life, it's details in communication. So Eli hasn't won the big game. He's exactly who I'd want there. I'd want my son to play for him. They just have to figure out their offensive situation with their coordinator and their quarterback.
Yes, they do.
They've got a lot of positions on defense to fill too. But then you're like, why is Eli's name being brought up again?
That portal.
What do you mean the portal?
His portal work. I think a lot of the stuff that's like getting him in here is 1, his agent, and then 2, his portal work. If you think about it, he always brings in really good guys out of the portal. And what does Michigan have? A lot of money. And what do they need? Guys out of the portal, because their talent isn't really there. Just like in Florida, they needed guys out of the portal. So I think that, like, even though I know a little bit about Eli, I think his portal work speaks for himself, that he can get these guys and recruit them out of there. But yeah.
But Dillingham says, I'm not leaving my alma mater. I mean, that's his alma mater. Dillingham played. He's like, I'm not leaving. So why is Eli's name being brought up? I'm like,
maybe he's
in the midst of him trying to find a coordinator.
I don't know, man.
If I thought Laird Veach, AD, would talk about it, I'd call him. Laird's a friend. But I don't think, I don't know what they can. I mean, I don't know, man. This is crazy.
Yeah, it's weird. College sports is weird.
Then you have Drinkwitz, who, by the way, is 42.
I know Sometimes Pooh was 42.
He's 42. 46 and 28 in 6 seasons at Mizzou.
It's not bad.
And, 5 straight bowls. December 27th will be their next bowl, 12 days against Virginia. So it's just interesting when you go, oh, damn, Drinkwitz being mentioned for the Michigan job now. And it's like, okay, the search firms finding him. Mizzou fans are like, wait a second, this doesn't make sense to us. But if the search firms are finding Eli Drinkwitz and his name is now being brought up, is it because all the other coaches are gone? I mean, Michigan's got to find somebody. And who are they going to get that knows the game right now in the portal, as you were just talking about, and everything else that's going on? I can tell you this right now. I've said from the get-go, I like Eli Drinkwitz, and I want him at Mizzou. I think he's good. And it's not just about liking him. I think that you need to have that stability. Who else are you going to get, number one? And number two, I did not like seeing this. I did not like seeing his name there because he just signed a contract. It's not like they're going to rip it up and give him a new one. They're not. That does not happen. He just signed it. And his name's not being released by his agent just to give him more money. It's done. He already did that. So why is his name being put out there right now?
All I'm going to say is...
That's what I do not like. Stop this crap right now.
All I'm going to say is if Portnoy can pull out in for a...
Didn't even get a thank you, and he just took off. Troy Aikman said, I'm done. And Portnoy's like, I'm done with NIL too.
I think that's what's going to have to change. I think the owners are going to say, hey, we're going to pay you this much. I mean, they're basically owners, but I meant like the donors and all that stuff.
Donors.
My bad. I said owners, but to me, they're basically owners of the team at this point. But
I guess they are. And there's just a bunch of them.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of collective guys basically paying for it. But it's like they need to come together, and it's going to be basically like a player bargaining agreement at this point. They have to have something like that, because if all these guys saying, "Hey, I'm not paying these 5 stars,"
who's going to do it?
That's what I'm
saying.
The
NCAA is not going to do it.
Yeah, who's going to put their foot down and say, "I'm not paying this 18-year-old $3 million to leave"?
It's all the NCAA will have to hire somebody, or they create a group to hire somebody like a Nick Saban who comes in with some respect, and then he has some sort of congressional authority or some. It's just there's so much money. It's not going to change ever. They've opened it up. Pandora's box was open. Can they rein it in? Yeah, they could rein it in, and they need to rein it in. And I've been talking to some colleges in the last 2 weeks, some Power Fours who are still recruiting my son, and finding out how they're handling the whole recruiting process and the money and the scholarships and the rosters to 105, and they're still figuring it out. Coaches are literally telling me, Vic or Mr. Faust, we're trying to figure this out ourselves right now. Literally, coaches, assistant coaches, not even knowing exactly for sure. We got to take a quick break. I'm going long. We'll come back. We got the Pavia stuff we were talking about, the Eli Drinkwitz rumors to Mizzou. Blues in town tonight against against Nashville. Hey, SLU soccer lost over the weekend, but we got to give them a shout out. Played a great game. SLU basketball looks really good right now. Mizzou basketball getting ready for actual real games. We'll let you know how that goes. And we haven't even gotten to Patrick Mahomes yet and his MCL tear. So much to get to. This is Arch City Now. Producer Rise alongside. I'm Vic Faust, 855-282-8255 if you want to jump in. We are your Lou information station. We are live and on demand at louinfo.com. Don't go anywhere.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify.
800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. That's 800-803-1961.
You're listening to the exclusive home of East St. Louis Flyers football. The Lou Information Station, 590 AM KLIS, Wood River, St. Louis.
USA Radio News. I'm John Summers. Famed Hollywood director Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle are dead. The Reiner family released a statement to Variety saying, "It's with profound sorrow that we announce the tragic passing of Michelle and Rob Reiner." LAPD Deputy Chief Alan Hamilton told reporters the investigation into their deaths is in the early stages, with very little information available to share with the public.
The cause of death will be released by the LA County coroner.
Multiple reports indicate the couple was stabbed to death in their home in LA's Brentwood neighborhood. Their bodies were found Sunday. President Trump offered his condolences after the series of mass shootings over the weekend. During an event at the White House Sunday, Trump paid tribute to the families of the victims killed in Syria, Australia, and Providence. At least 2 American soldiers were killed on patrol in Syria, while at least 15 people were killed, 40 others injured during a mass shooting at a Jewish event in Sydney. The president called it a rough day. The U.S. soldiers ambushed in Syria Saturday were members of the Iowa Army National Guard. Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds and Iowa National Guard Major General Stephen Osborne held a joint news conference following the ISIS ambush attack in Syria. The group was part of the 2nd Brigade Combat Team, 34th Infantry Division, based in Boone, Iowa. Police in Providence released from custody the person of interest in connection with Saturday's mass shooting at Brown University, which killed 2 people and injured 9. Mayor Brett Smiley of Providence, in a late-night news conference, said the man was let go with an investigation into the shooting ongoing.
We will be releasing the person of interest who had been detained earlier today, and the Attorney General can speak a little bit about the rationale for that. But we want to inform the community that that individual will shortly be released from Providence Police.
From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. This time of year is decision time for a lot of people, but it's also when you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, joining MediShare means saving about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. More than 1 million people are part of healthcare sharing now because it just makes so much sense right now. And MediShare is the gold standard. Members like it a lot. We know this from member surveys. MediShare has been around for over 30 years. It is a proven thing. And if you join before December 15th and you mention the promo code SHARE, they'll waive your application fee. So you save $100 right off the bat. I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline's December 15th. Call now. You'll save even more. Here's the number. It's 855-SHARE-40. That's 855-SHARE 40. 855-SHARE.
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen.
So what's his handle?
GetBC.com.
You're gonna need lawyers, right?
After a long day, nothing beats kicking back in a brand new hot tub from St. Louis Hot Tub Warehouse. These guys are the real deal. They've been around for over 38 years and got more than 400 5-star reviews. And they've earned every single one of them. They sell premium, American-made hot tubs. USA, baby. And because they keep their overhead low, they pass the savings right on to you. You're getting better quality at a better price. And here's the best part. No hidden fees, no surprises, no, oh, by the way, charges. And if you find a comparable hot tub cheaper at a local dealer, they'll beat that price. Guaranteed. That's right, best price guarantee. No one's beating them. Plus, when you buy from St. Louis Hot Tub Warehouse, you're buying from a company that's been here for decades. And they'll be here to service your tub for as long as you own it. Check them out at besthotTubPrices.com. That's besthotTubPrices.com. St. Louis Hot Tub Warehouse, highest quality, best price.
Buddy.
What do you say, buddy?
Man, life comes at you fast. 1 minute you're cruising home, the next flashing lights in your rear view.
And that's when you need backup. With the Legal Buddy app, you can connect to a local attorney in seconds.
Seconds? Not waiting days for a callback?
Nope, right away. DWI, car accident, criminal charge, traffic ticket, Legal Buddy's got your back.
So it's like having a lawyer in your pocket.
Exactly. Someone ready to step in the moment you need them, no matter the situation.
That's peace of mind.
That's Legal Buddy.
We're always going to be buddies, right?
All right, where do I get this?
Just download the Legal Buddy app at LegalBuddyApp.com. Register and use code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Nice. Tickets, accidents, legal trouble, you're covered.
The Legal Buddy app, always on your side. Download it today. Enter code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Buddy, it don't get much better than this. Yep.
The Lou Information Station presents Arch City Now with Vic Faust.
Hey guys, welcome back on into the show. 7:05 on a Friday morning. It's December 15th. Welcome into Arch City Now. Producer Rise here. I'm Vic Faust. Glad you're with us. We're here every Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Hot Take Central 2.0 with the former St. Louis Blue Cam Jansen and Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes. Follow us from 8 to 10 o'clock. And on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 10 to 11, you have the MIZ STL show. Grant Salzman, myself will be doing that today on this Monday. And all of a sudden, I was looking at last night, there's topics to talk about with Eli Drinkwitz, which we were just talking about. Why is his name being listed? I don't know. Maybe I missed something. Maybe he said, I'm not going to be a candidate anymore. Maybe he says he doesn't need to say anything. He just signed a new contract. So why would his name be a search firm name for the University of Michigan's head coaching vacancy? So we'll be talking about that today. Plus, as Mizzou starts to actually play some real games coming up in the weeks ahead, specifically next Monday, the 22nd, a week from today, Missouri, Illinois bragging rights game. Illinois is 13th, and they're pretty good. They are. They're better than Missouri right now. Then they have Florida right after that, January 3rd. Florida's 18th. Then they're at Kentucky, at Ole Miss, and they got 21 Auburn. So Mizzou's got some, they got a tough schedule. Anyway, we'll talk about that. That's the MIZ STL show from 10 to 11 today. And then it's the Charlie Tune and his posse from 11 to 1 o'clock. All right, we'll continue to get back into some of the Pavia, the Mizzou stuff. Obviously, St. Louis is a Chiefs town. A lot of the former Rams fans do not like it, but the predominant team in St. Louis from an NFL standpoint is the Chiefs. Go to bars, talk to your friends, look at the Chiefs jerseys being worn, Chiefs gear. Well, the Chiefs now are out of the playoffs. How are you feeling about that today, Chiefs fans? First time in the Patrick Mahomes era. First time since 2014. This following a loss, a 16-13 loss to the Chargers yesterday. And maybe they wouldn't have lost if Mahomes was able to stay in the game. But Patrick Mahomes, by all accounts, tore his MCL in that fourth quarter on the final drive. Gardner Minshew came in to try to do something through a pick, and it was over. So the upstart Chargers are now going. The Chiefs are done, 6-8, and now they get a rest. And maybe it's a good thing for them. Come back. But then, obviously, now you have your quarterback who's going to be coming back from an MCL, or at least that's what is being thought that it is. After the game, Andy Reid said guys are down. He said they busted the butt to win the game, and I wouldn't expect anything else. It's not a great feeling, but I wouldn't expect it to be after losing a game. So he just said that this team made too many errors this year. Travis Kelce wasn't close to being the player he needed to be, and over the course of the season, and they just need to be better. Maybe they need to focus on some of the games. There was a point in the game, for those who watched, maybe you saw it, maybe you didn't, but a Chargers player was kicked out of the game. As he's walking off the field, you really had Travis Kelce and other Chiefs like waving, bye-bye, bye-bye. It's like, come on. We're not in Little League football. We're not in high school. There's no need for that. Not when you're fighting for the freaking playoffs. I don't know. It just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Not sure how you guys, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they should do that regardless. But at the end of the day, you now have a quarterback who's got to somehow, some way come back from his MCL. Looks like it is. I mean, there are doctors who try to weigh in on things that are happening, but right now it appears as if he tore that MCL. And you come back from those, or at least I thought it was MCL. Maybe it's ACL. I saw another report, possible ACL injury. But when you're talking about arguably one of the best quarterbacks in the game, and this year he wasn't, but he was good. It's not what Chief fans want to hear, that's for sure. You know who the best quarterback in the game is, in my opinion? There's two of them. Josh Allen is Superman.
Yeah. Okay.
That dude does everything.
Okay.
And Matthew Stafford's playing amazing.
Yeah, I can get behind both of that.
Yeah, but
thought you were going to say Drake May or something.
No, not Drake. He's going to be there. He's up there, but he is not the best. He's not putting teams on his back by himself, and he shouldn't have to. He's young.
Yeah, second-year player.
Yeah. I remind people Tom Brady was not some good quarterback when he won the Super Bowl, this first one. He wasn't. He needed help.
Was he just a game manager?
Yes. Look at his stats. Absolutely. When they won his first Super Bowl. They managed him along well, and then with his work ethic and desire, and then combined with the talents and making his body get better, Tom Brady and his just undying passion to be the greatest is what drove him.
Those are the type of questions I want to ask, like prior to Tom Brady being the GOAT, like, because I've seen Tom Brady make do with random receivers. I've seen him make do when he was in Tampa with the best receiving core I've ever seen around him. So it's like looking before that, I'm like, man, what was he doing? Like, did they have good receivers or were they just a well-oiled machine?
No, a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
And a great tight end. Great.
Okay.
The word great is a word that can be overused, but Gronkowski was a great tight end. He was.
I mean, like before Gronk.
Yeah.
I mean, like
and Aaron Hernandez was awesome as a player too.
Yeah, he was.
Those tight ends helped him, that's for sure. So Mahomes goes down, but if it was going to happen, why not happen right now when they're out of the playoffs? Gives them a little bit more of a break, a rest, get better, let this team figure out who they're going to be next year. The defense hasn't been an issue. Yeah, they've had some games there, but the defense still looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
They were kind of discombobulated from the start this year, not getting their first, one of the receivers gets hurt in the first game. Then they didn't get back Rice until later in the season, just trying to find their way.
Bring back Juju for
tough schedule as well. And you know what? It was just kind of one of those years, one of those things for the Chiefs. And after 6 straight years of the playoffs, playing in a league that's designed for parity and bringing teams up from the bottom, I'm not surprised it happened. Eventually you have to reset.
Exactly. This is the NBA where guys just stay at the top for years and years and years and years.
So that's where the Chiefs are now. Mahomes will be fine in time, and you just have to bear and grin it. It's not going to be a fun year for Chiefs fans, that's for sure, or at least a playoff run. As we watch some of these other teams come out of nowhere this year, like Chicago, and see where they're going to be. So, and then the Colts, believe it or not, still, who knows if they're even going to win a game the rest of the season.
Oh, they're done.
I mean, Phillip Rivers did everything he could. He put up some decent numbers.
Oh, that's what I was watching this morning, walking to my car.
Your unk out
Unk.
there out of bed this morning.
It looked like he was. It looked so. It
He
looked
was
like
asked.
It looked like his arm hurt every time he
He
threw
was
the
asked.
ball.
He looked big. I mean, he almost looked like the round mound touchdown. The quarterback, Lorenzen, who weighed 300 pounds. I'm not saying you look that big, Phil. I promise I'm not. But, I mean, he looked like he was 25, 30 pounds heavier than the last time I saw him playing.
5 years.
I know.
You know, Grandpa,
dude-
you're eating Thanksgiving and stuff. Like,
He makes everybody, I could go out there and do one play. Really? You get hit, you're going to wake up in an ER or an ER if you do wake up.
but
These guys are bad men.
you know, we have Howard Balzer on Charlie's show every Wednesday. Right?
Oh, I didn't know
At
that.
12:05. And Howard
He is
says
so smart.
he's so smart. That's why I love 12 o'clock hour.
I've been listening
on
to him
Wednesday.
since I was in high school.
Yeah, it's so incredible way he talks. But the thing is, what he was talking about was this: since Phillip played that game, he is no longer eligible to go in the Hall of Fame this
Correct.
year.
No, it restarts the clock.
So it restarts the clock. And it's like, man, Phil, I don't think he was going to get in this year anyway. But it was like, this is crazy.
It doesn't matter. You know what? But you know what's cool for him is he talked about now his kids get to watch him play.
Yeah.
His sons, and that was a really cool thing. And you know what? He's going to be in the Hall of Fame someday.
I hope he does. I didn't think this year, but I hope he does.
And not only was he so great as a player too, but he could trash talk without cussing.
Yeah, Phillip Rivers was a cool QB. Like, he a cool dude.
So anyway, the Chiefs aren't going to be there. We'll see what happens. And it's And then for those of us who've had teams that have been good the last couple of years that aren't going to be going to the playoffs like the Lions, it's also a tough year. So it is what it is. All right. How about those St. Louis Blues? They got a nice win on Friday night, had the last 2 days off, but they're back in action tonight. The Blues, just 12-14-7, trying to get to that 500 mark, will be hosting the Predators, who are 12-15-4. Now, the Predators have been on a heater. They've looked really good in the last week. They beat up the Blues last week in Nashville, if you remember that. 7-2. They're a physical team. They beat up, like I said, they beat up the Blues. So with that being said, you now have St. Louis with an opportunity to come back home, get 2 wins in a row at home, which is a big deal for this team, build a couple wins, and then try to go in to win have your first 3-game win streak of the season. They don't have a 3-game win streak yet. They need that. Now, Nashville is still, they were on a heater, and then they lost their last game. But Nashville's just right behind the Blues. They played 2 less games than the Blues, and they're just 3 points behind the Blues for last place in the division. But everything is so tight. It really is. It's tight. I mean, third place Minnesota has 43 points. The Blues have 31. So, they've played the same amount of games. So, yeah, 12 points behind, that's not a good place to be. But the other thing about it is the Blues just have to be better at home. 6-7-4 is their home record. That has not been the case for many years, where it was always a home ice advantage. Nashville has had problems on the road. They're much better at home, so they're only 4-7-2. So let's get those Predators on our ice tonight. Get in there, have a good defensive effort. Ryan O'Reilly back in town. Always nice to see him back in town in St. Louis on that team. They have veterans on that team. They brought in a bunch of veterans last year. It didn't work out. Now it's starting to heat back up. Nashville 6-4 in their last 10. The Blues just 5-4-1. So, get to it tonight at Enterprise. It's going to be, we talk about what the Blues are and where they're going live. It starts with their goaltending. That's what you have to have. Hofer was in net again the other night. They look good against the Blackhawks, and they got to win. They had to get that win. So Blues have won 1 in a row. Try to make it 2 tonight against Nashville. And then, of course, take it all from that standpoint. This is Art City Now, by the way. Producer Rice here. I'm Vic Faust. We're on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Under Art City Now, you can jump in, like, subscribe, share the show, give us your comments as well. We are your Lou information station. We're always live and on demand at louinfo.com. When we talk about some of the sports and the headlines and things from the weekend, we got to give a shout out to SLU Soccer. I watched the game Friday night. Had the Blues on one TV where I was watching. Had SLU Soccer on the other TV. SLU played better the first half. NC State played better the second half. NC State went up 2-0. Billiken scored a goal with about 8 minutes left. Had a chance to tie, couldn't do it. They lose 2-1, but what a terrific season for Kevin Kalish and the Billikens as NC State advances, where I think they will win. I don't know. Washington looked good, but I think NC State's going to win. NC State plays Washington in that championship game, I believe tonight. Or did they play last night? I couldn't find it. Anyway, but SLU, congrats to the year that they had. SLU basketball, by the way, over the weekend. I think that was at San Francisco. They blew out. They're 9-1, so they're off to a really good start coming into their conference play, and they're going to need to do very well in conference because Stanford who they lost to and had that game won. It was one of the only like real Power 4 teams that they're playing. So we hope see the SLU basketball team do what they've got to do to get this stuff done. And then when it comes to Mizzou basketball, okay, the battle and the bragging rights game for the St. Louis border war is coming up next Monday night, the 22nd. Mizzou against Illinois. Illinois was ranked 13th coming in. Now, Illinois, they're a better team. They just are. They're a better team. So what does Mizzou have to do? Well, come out and show us that you can put an offense together and be who you got to be. Win an important game against a ranked team. Because right now, we haven't been talking much about Missouri basketball. They've lost the 2 games so far. They're 2 tough non-conference games that they needed to win, or at least show what they can do. So now you don't have those opportunities to go at right now. So your next game against a ranked opponent and somebody from a Power 4 conference that will be in the NCAA tournament is Illinois. So that's next Monday night. And that's where we'll find out what they have. By the way, it is an ACL with Mahomes. ACL. Once again, ACL. So you've got Dennis Gates. We talk about the Eli Drinkwitz. Dennis Gates really needs to come out and have a good game that night. Yeah, I know he's got recruiting going well for next year, but we're in this year. And I don't want to talk about next year when we have basketball that's going on now.
Also, I don't think people get that now that everything is different now. These guys can commit, decommit, commit somewhere else, decommit.
Oh my God,
there.
Jason Crow Jr., we do not want to see him decommit. Don't even say that.
These guys are still watching. This isn't like, oh, I committed, I'm with Mizzou.
No, that's a very
money.
good point.
You made me a lot of money. Let's see if I want to play in the SEC. Let's see if it's worth it, Dennis Gates. That's what they're thinking.
Well, yeah, that could be the case. I just, I get concerned about that. You see, here's the thing. Nebraska, who's ranked 23, had an upset win at Illinois Saturday night. They beat Illinois 83-80. Illinois is ranked 13th coming in today, but Illinois is still a really good team. And we don't know where Missouri is going to be, where they're going to go, how good they're going to get. Who knows? But there are some concerns, at least from my standpoint, many others, what Dennis Gates has with this basketball team and what he's proven. As I've said, Eli Drinkwitz has gotten all kinds of criticism for not winning the big game, but he's certainly done more so far in his tenure than his colleague on the basketball court, at least putting Missouri up in talk and games and so forth. So that is going on as well. Hey, a couple other things I wanted to get into here just during this segment as we were talking about the Patrick Mahomes situation that we were discussing with his ACL. Then you also had Micah Parsons. He tore his ACL yesterday too. If you didn't see that, it's like, oh my God. So the Packers are still really good, even without Micah Parsons. But that certainly will be a blow for their team in regards to what happened. Big blow for the Packers, especially as well as the Bears have been playing. So ACL and an ACL for both those guys. You just hate to see it. Hate to see it. This is Art City Now. A lot of sports stuff today. Not a lot of news headlines. We cover them all, as you know, local and national with what was going on, and then some of the big stories. We'll get out there. We'll talk about that. And, of course, get the information out there. That's what we try to do here Monday through Friday from 6 to 8 a.m. Of course, Hot Take Central 2.0 with the former Blue Cam Jansen and Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes. They follow us each day from 8 to 10 o'clock. And then, of course, you've got the Mizzou STL show today, Grant Salzman and myself, talking about this Eli Drinkwitz. why are the rumors out there, or not rumors, but reports about him being associated with a Michigan job? It's like, what? And Kenny Dillingham. And then you hear the whispers becoming a little bit louder, so to speak, from that. And of course, well, we'll get into that too. It's like that's the last thing we would ever want to hear, want to talk about, and so forth. We were talking about this earlier. Shout out to Nelly. He does his black and white charity event every year, 4 seasons. He did it last night in the St. Louis area, raising a ton of money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, for Harris Stowe in the St. Louis area, for scholarships for HBCU schools. Just a really, really good event. He's had tons of artists over the years come in from that. He's still trying to give back and do everything that he can from the St. Louis area. A lot of people go to that. Producer Rye's mom was there again last night as well. Just good to see when we have those events going on throughout the St. Louis area. For all intents and purposes, I did hear from one person that the 12 Bars charity, the 12 Bars of Charity event Saturday from 2 to 6 was a huge success as well. Charlie Metzner, who is the leader of the St. Louis Hero Network, had a group down there. They were doing everything they could to help raise money as well for first responders. Check out stlouisheronetwork.com. STLHeroNetwork.com is what that is. If anybody went out to that, let us know. It was so damn cold yesterday in the St. Louis area. They canceled 2 outdoor events. That's out, but we're not having to deal with that today in St. Louis. Thank God. Yes, cold this morning. Yes, it's going to be, but as the day goes on, supposed to get a high in the 40s tomorrow, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, highs in the 50s. That'll make it feel like spring around here, especially with how cold it has been yesterday and so forth. But we're just grateful to get some more of that weather. 40, close to 40 for a high today, clear skies. And then it gets, into the 50s for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So thank God we can try to get out and enjoy that. But also, which we were just talking about, it was so cold yesterday. If people were wondering, I don't think they closed Winterfest downtown in downtown St. Louis at Keener Plaza, but they did close the Winter Wonderland at Tillis Park yesterday. If you were wondering why, trying to get out for that. Also, the Garden Glow at the Missouri Botanical Garden was also closed yesterday. And I mean, come on. There is no need to be walking outside when the temperatures are as bad as they are there. That is 100% for sure. They said that anybody that had tickets for yesterday can use them on any night going through January 3rd. So you're not out of luck with that. Just making sure that you guys know everything that's happening with those. Okay, guys, this is Art City now. What we'll do, we got producer I here, myself, Vic Faust. When we come back, we'll get into that Diego Pavia and his embarrassing display from Saturday night after losing the Heisman. Then, of course, his attempt at an apology yesterday. If you guys want to jump in on the Eli Drinkwitz situation, we can do that as well. Patrick Mahomes did put out a quote about the injury that he suffered. First massive major injury, and thank God it's happening when the Chiefs are not going to be making a playoff run. It'll give him time to sit back, rest, relax, and do what he needs to do. Also, the Cardinals getting a new pitcher, Dustin May. We can get into that as well. You'll also want to hear what the guys, Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes has to say about that as well. So we're going to go ahead. We'll take our final break. We'll come back with Art City Now right after this. Don't go anywhere. Producer Rise alongside. I'm Vic Faust. We are on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Art City Now. Like, subscribe, share the show. Jump in, share your thoughts. We are your Lou information station. We are live and on demand at louinfo.com. We'll be back right after this.
This hour of content on the Lou Information Station is brought to you by Grandpa Pigeons, Johnny Mac's Sporting Goods, and Becky's Carpet and Tile Superstore.
Hey, see that, kids? That's the St. Louis Arch, the gateway to the west.
The Lou Information Station, where we'll always call it Highway 40 or Highway 40 if you're a boomer.
The St. Louis expression?
Stream our content 24/7 at louinfo.com. The Lou Information Station.
When you're building something new, you need a partner you can count on. I'm Big Toe Media founder Dave Green, and with our company, we didn't want just another bank. We wanted people who understood what we were trying to create and who were there for us every step of the way. That's why we chose Home Bank. From business lending to everyday banking, Home Bank has been much more than a bank. They're the kind of people who answer the phone, know your name, and believe in your vision. And the trust goes both ways. Home Bank doesn't just support our growth, they share in it. They take pride in helping local businesses succeed because they know when we win, the whole community wins. Business isn't just about numbers. It's about relationships. And with Home Bank, those relationships make all the difference. Home Bank is the team behind our team. Visit myhomebank.bank or call 855-577-2001. Home Bank, member FDIC, more than a bank. They're your business partner.
LouInfo.com news headlines brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. GetBC.com.
Your LouInfo.com news report. One person is dead after a fire Sunday afternoon at a four-family brick apartment building in the 5800 block of Roosevelt Place in North St. Louis. Fire crews say it began in a vacant apartment, spread to another empty unit, and a body was found where the fire began. Heavy smoke and structural damage forced residents to evacuate, and the Red Cross is helping those displaced. The cause is under investigation. A Granite City police officer shot twice in the line of duty last week is now out of the hospital. 27-year-old officer Tyler Timmons was released from St. Louis University Hospital a week after he was wounded while responding to a call near Johnson Road and Carlson Avenue. The city of St. Louis is opening an additional winter weather shelter, bringing the total to 4. Shelters are available at Peter and Paul's Jugan Shelter on North Florissant, Biddle Housing Opportunities on North 13th, Peter and Paul's Sydney Shelter, and Cemetery United Methodist Church on Olive Street. Call United Way at 211 for more info. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and the free Lou Info app, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather, presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports, anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. A little cool today, but we have warmer weather on the way tomorrow and especially Wednesday. Sunshine and about 40 on the afternoon high. It will be a little bit windy with high pressure moving in to take over the weather pattern. It'll be clear overnight, lows near 30. We'll pick up about 10 degrees on the afternoon high on Tuesday, sunny and 50. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and the free Lou Info app.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify.
800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. That's 800-803-1961.
Buddy.
What do you say, buddy?
Man, life comes at you fast. 1 minute you're cruising home, the next flashing lights in your rear view.
And that's when you need backup. With the Legal Buddy app, you can connect to a local attorney in seconds.
Seconds? Not waiting days for a callback?
Nope, right away. DWI, car accident, criminal charge, traffic ticket, Legal Buddy's got your back.
So it's like having a lawyer in your pocket.
Exactly. Someone ready to step in the moment you need them, no matter the situation.
That's peace of mind.
That's Legal Buddy.
We're always going to be buddies, right?
All right, where do I get this?
Just download the Legal Buddy app at LegalBuddyApp.com. Register and use code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Nice. Tickets, accidents, legal trouble, you're covered.
The Legal Buddy app, always on your side. Download it today. Enter code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Buddy, it don't get much better than this.
Yep.
Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hey guys, welcome back in. It's December 15th. It's Arch City Now. I'm Vic Faust. Glad you are with us on a Monday. Producer Rye alongside too. Just about 7:35 as the sun is shining on this Monday morning. Brutally cold, but it's going to get warmer. That's the good news. Heck, by late in the day, supposed to get a high of 40. 50s for the next 3 days before a cool down on Friday. But my, oh my, it'll feel like spring, and especially after what we had for the weekend. That would be quite nice. All right, St. Louis stories, news, sports, entertainment, whatever, plus the national stories making headlines. That's what we do here. And for information on all of the shows and the content that we provide, just go to luinfo.com. Once again, luinfo.com, and we're on X, Facebook, and YouTube under Arch City Now. Did you see Brady Cook yesterday? Brady Cook making his first start. Now, keep in mind, he's playing for one of the worst organizations in football. They've been one of the worst. They have been.
Ever.
They've got a good running back, but they have no line and they have no receivers. Let's just be real. Brady Cook did enough to get another start. He made his first start, had his first touchdown. He should have had his first touchdown the week before, but one of his receivers dropped an easy ball. He had 4 or 5 drops in that first game. By the numbers, he was 22 for 33 for 176 yards, a touchdown, and 3 interceptions. But the thing was, he was forcing some of those throws late. He and his receivers not on the same page. Getting a start late in the year, doesn't know his receivers. I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm just telling you that Brady Cook on a bad team, the defense is brutal. They need to get rid of their defensive coordinator. I mean, as fast as possible. I was not unimpressed. As a matter of fact, I was mildly surprised. Brady Cook, I've watched the Jets this year. One of my best friends, that's his team, so we watch. He looked every bit as good as Tyrod Taylor or Justin Fields have had it. I'm not, and he has had no practice. Brady Cook's going to be a starter. He's going to finish out the year. I'm telling you, he is. St. Louis is Brady Cook. That's right, making a start, playing in the NFL, and playing at a 9-4 Jags team who's had a pretty good defense. And lots of naysayers out there, but Brady Cook's getting NFL action. Brady Cook is starting on an NFL team. And there are so many people, oh, he'll never do this, he'll never do that. Well, I can tell you this, he looked better in his start than he did the week before, and he got practice time this week. So shout out to Brady Cook is where I'm coming from with that situation, because you have no line, you have no coaching, and you have no receivers. Literally none. Who does he have? Nothing. None of that. And it'll be interesting because guess what? Next week, if he's the starter again, and I believe he will be, he's got to go on the road again. So he doesn't get to play a home game. He has to go on again for his first 2 starts, which is not easy. At Jacksonville, at New Orleans next week. If that works out, Brady Cook, then, this is the Jets schedule. Brady Cook then will get a home game against the New England Patriots. Oh, thank God. And then he finishes the year out at the Bills. Brady, keep fighting, man. Keep fighting. Way to represent St. Louis. Way to represent Chaminade. Way to represent Mizzou. And, you know, there are people supporting. Of course, there's going to be naysayers all the time. But the NFL is a different story. There's so many great quarterbacks in college that don't even get to accomplish or do what Brady Cook has already done. So congrats to him from that standpoint, getting his first NFL touchdown. And let's see where it goes from here. I do believe he's going to get another start. And I wasn't even talking about, his running ability too. This is a guy that's getting a chance now to do some of these things and learn. And the NFL is no joke. Absolutely no joke when it comes to the competition that you play. And all Brady Cook has done is at every level, he works, he competes, he battles, and he finds a way. So once again, you got to have good coordinators. 22 of 33 for 176 yards, touchdown. The 3 interceptions, one of them he was trying to force, and another one, he and the receiver were not on the same page. And that comes with time and working together. Cook also had essentially 40 yards of rushing too. So, over 200 yards from that position. And he can move. He can use his legs. 6.5 yards on average a carry, including a 12-yarder. So that's the Brady Cook news. That's some of the stuff that we were talking about as he goes into the NFL. All right, we started this story at the beginning of the show today. And I know we have people who come in and come out of the show. But just total classless. The Heisman Trophy winner. By the way, congrats to Jeremiah Love. Jeremiah finished third in the Heisman voting. I thought he should have been second. He was third. Who cares? It doesn't matter. He's going to go on to the NFL. He looks like he'll have a good career as long as he stays healthy. And congrats on a phenomenal career at the University of Notre Dame. But the winner was Fernando Mendoza, and we all knew he was the best. But then you had Diego Pavia, and if we can load the video and the pictures, I mean, just really a jackass. Now, Diego's come out the next day. He came out yesterday and apologized. He thought he was going to win. And even if you don't win, I mean, are we is that up now, right now? Is that the picture up
right now? This picture is up.
I mean, literally, this 5'2" whatever, thinking he's God's gift to college football. F all the voters, really. Family for life. Okay. Yeah, you got your 6. Somebody in that group, if you got your family, your boys, your cousins, whatever you are, needs to tell you just to keep your mouth shut. Nobody wants to hear you. You had a nice story, man. I get that you play with a chip on your shoulder, but that doesn't give you the right to start F the voters. You didn't earn it. You were not the best player in college football. Yeah, I'm surprised you even you'd be grateful that you even got here.
Yeah.
And then if that wasn't enough, oh yeah, he hit the bottle service. He went to the club and he had his video screens out. And then he's like, F Indiana. Really?
Is that his girl?
Maybe. I don't know. She's having fun. I don't know. I don't know if she's paid for or not. I have no idea.
NIL, baby. Maybe she has an NIL agreement.
Or maybe they have an agreement.
Yeah, he probably signed
through
her to NIL.
Via his NIL. I mean, come on. F Indiana, Mendoza, like one of the best guys ever, who clearly earned the Heisman this year, is a better player, who will be a draft pick, who doesn't go out and rip other people. It's like, give me a break. Your bio says you're 6 foot. You might be 5'6".
If he's 6 foot, I'm 6'8".
Yeah.
I'm a 6'7" small forward man. Anyone wants to sign me, I'm here.
It's just total classless. I mean, trash. There's no need to do that. You were a nice story for Vanderbilt. Don't try to be something bigger than what you are. But he needs some people in his camp to help him. So what he did the next day, and we don't have enough time to get into it all, but he issued an apology, which is good. That's a start. And then time of not keeping your mouth running. Just shut it. I don't know who you think you are or what you are. I mean, I guess he's going to be good enough to go to the NFL. I guess. But that's the worst way to get people to draft you at a higher position. And maybe he goes to the combine and impresses. I don't know. Maybe he does. Shorter, smaller quarterbacks have had some success in the NFL, but also they have not. He's not Caleb Williams. I'm sorry. He's not. I don't even think he's Kyler Murray.
He's not Bryce Young either.
And he's not Bryce Young.
Before we start the short Heisman thing, he's not Bryce Young.
I mean, I started to wonder. It's just Fernando Mendoza is just stood next to him on the stage, and then you're effing him and effing Indiana. And I don't care if the liquid courage was flowing or not. It's an embarrassment.
This is what
total
I'm saying.
freaking embarrassment.
For real. Like if
Indiana and F the voters.
Yeah, like if say if anybody else, Mendoza, Jeremiah Love was at a party and it said F Vandy, right? Do you think they'd be at the party pointing to the Vanderbilt sign, or would they just like try to get away from it because they know NFL people are watching everything you do on social media and have any reason to get at you?
I don't. He tried to. He apologized.
Too late.
But then he apologized. Well, I have a chip on my shoulder. No, you either apologize or you don't. And that was my issue with this apology. Well, I've always played with a chip on my shoulder, and people know that. And I was upset because I didn't win. Okay. Well, then you don't rip somebody else who had nothing to do with it. Fernando Mendoza didn't vote. And the voters who voted got it right. And you're still not 6 foot. You're still not 5'10".
That 5'9.5" is scary. I don't think he's really that.
He's an angry little elf. That's exactly what he is. And it's fine, man. We're all different heights, sizes, shapes, whatever. We are who we are, but don't start ripping other people. Especially an incredible young man like Fernando Mendoza, who, like you, had every reason to have a chip on his shoulder, didn't have any offers.
Yeah.
Until after his senior year. Give me a break. He barely got to California. And then all he did was work and work and work.
Exactly. What would have made
his mom's dying?
Yeah,
everything he does is for his mom, and you're going to say F him and F Indiana?
Yeah, like
he gives his NIL money away, and you're using it on God knows what at the clubs.
Yeah, like it's
and
just
that ain't
crazy.
cheap.
You're buying sections at the club, and this man is playing better than you and spending and giving his NIL away and taking care of his
It's
mother.
just a bad look. It was just a bad. That's the new look of NIL right there. I'm sorry, it is. He's one side, and then you have Fernando Mendoza, who's giving his money to charity. And he wins the Heisman. So more power to you, Fernando. He didn't want to even talk about Pavia. He's going to the NFL. He'll be a first-round pick. Who knows what'll happen with Pavia? Just a little punk. Little punk needs an attitude adjustment. There's a lot of those guys out there, little yappy dogs. And like
Chihuahuas, man.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Look at the person who's the quiet one in a room. If there's always that person that's yapping, seriously. It's like there's got to be some insecurity there. But this guy, man, just total punk, whatever. He apologized. And Mizzou ended him as Heisman. Mizzou's defense did. No need for him to do that. I guess he's still upset about that because once Mizzou did it, he didn't really have some dominant, crazy, amazing game against another really good defense. Not after Mizzou. So
exactly,
he's got an amazing coach and he's got amazing teammates. He doesn't need to do that. So anyway, it is what it is. This is Hard City Now. I'm Vic Faust. Spent enough time on Diego Pavia.
And and literally, I'm not even a Mendoza fan, but I just love the type of guy he is. Like, it's like, I don't really watch Indiana. I'm like, I think.
Oh, you mean like?
I like Fernando Mendoza as a person.
Mendoza,
of course.
Yeah.
But I'm not like I'm like, I don't think he's like such a great QB. I think he's a good player, but at least he's a good person.
He's the best QB this year.
Yeah, he's the best QB this year. I think
he wouldn't have wanted another year.
Yeah, it's kind of dry this year, but he's still a good QB and a good person. So if when he makes it to the league, I'm still gonna root for him.
Yeah.
But now it's like Pavia, you literally have haters. Like you have haters. Mendoza just has memes. Like if you know any Mendoza memes, they just call him a square because he's just so nice.
But you know what? he just makes things happen.
Exactly.
He makes plays. Good man.
Cool dude.
All right. This is Art Now. That's producer Ryan talking. I'm Vic Faust. Appreciate you guys joining us. We're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Blues back in action tonight. Let's get a win, please. Let's make it 2 in a row. The Blues need to be better at home. That's for sure. They haven't done enough at home. This team has always played well at home. The fans deserve it. We want to see it. Hopefully they're able to find something tonight. And they play Nashville, a team that beat them up on the scoreboard and beat them up physically last week in Nashville. There should be some wanting of payback to get back at them tonight to at least get a victory from that standpoint. The Blues are still 2 games under 500. They're at the bottom of the division, even though it's kind of tight. Nashville is the only team that's behind them. Nashville's 3 points behind the Blues, but they've played 2 less games. And then we'll see what's happening from a defense goalie standpoint, as we've seen so many times. That's where this team has success. If they have very good goaltending, they're usually going to win because they have enough around them. And, of course, that's where we want to see with the Blues when they come out tonight. At home, Enterprise. They've had a couple days off. Be a really good night to see the Blues go ahead and win that game, whatever that means in regards to the rest of the season. Also, another big headline came out today. Talked about it a little bit earlier. And we'll get into it a little bit later to do on the MIZ STL show from 10 to 11 o'clock with Grant Salzman. Why is Eli Drinkwitz's name being brought up as a possible candidate by a search firm for the Michigan job? They just lost their offensive coordinator, and we're like, wait a second. He just signed a new deal over about $11 million a year. Why is, this was a couple weeks ago, why is his name being brought up now as a possible choice for the University of Michigan? Kenny Dillingham, Arizona State head coach, says he's not leaving his alma mater, but is he? And according to the AP yesterday report that came out, we saw 2 names, 2 new names. Kenny Dillingham from Arizona State and Missouri's Eli Drinkwitz. It's like, oh, no, we just went through this stuff.
Not again, deja vu.
Well, Kirby Moore just left, the offensive coordinator, to go take over the head coaching job at Washington State. Okay, more power to him. A lot of us were very critical of him this year. I asked for him to give 4 game checks to charity because he didn't earn them during the year.
Really 5.
Well, I only asked for 4. 4 of his game checks would do a lot of good for charity in the Columbia area. That's for sure.
Yes, it would.
I wasn't trying to be mean. Just, you're already a multimillionaire. You're a very good coach, but for whatever reason, it just was not working. And even Eli, and I didn't say that until Eli started calling them out publicly, not understanding why they were doing this, why they were doing that. So Drinkwitz is in the midst of figuring out the portal, finding a new offensive coordinator, wondering, here's the other thing. Would Kirby Moore try to poach any of the current coaches that are under him? Eric Link is a very good tight ends coach. He is. I know people are crazy upset. Special teams, I am too. I know he was doing that job too, at least from what I was told, but very good tight ends coach. Would he take any other coaches? Then Drinkwitz has to come back and try to find out what's going on there. A lot of questions now with Missouri all of a sudden, especially when you throw something like this out. And then Michigan hasn't hired the new coach yet. They fired him last Wednesday, and now they're taking their time and finding a coach. They've had a couple players decommit, but where does Drinkwitz fit in this whole situation? Is this legit or not? Is this something that Missouri fans need to be concerned about? Alumni. I can tell you this. My Doppler, so to speak, is up and looking around because I'm like, what? Why is this going out there when he just signed a contract? Why would a search firm put his name out there after he has already signed a contract? And this after Kalen DeBoer said he's not leaving Alabama and said he hadn't talked to anybody. And these colleges pay a lot of money to these search firms. That's a good job. You go out and you vet. You get paid a ton of money to go vet coaches. And it's like, oh, okay, where are we going to find that? So that is a story. We'll see if it has legs or not. Maybe something's come up and I missed it. I don't know, but man, oh man, that's bizarre. Other news before we get out of here today too, just from that standpoint, once again, next Monday, Mizzou, Illinois basketball, the bragging rights game, chance for Missouri to prove what they have on this team or don't. SLU soccer lost Friday night to NC State, but they had a great year, made it to the Final Four. Billikens won over the weekend. They're 9-1 from a basketball standpoint. They look pretty good. The Cardinals get pitcher Dustin May. In exchange, they had Sonny Gray. They were waiting on a player, so they've come to terms with Dusty May to get a what we'll call a solid starter. I don't know if it's eye-opening, like, oh my God, our season's going to change, but they got to get some pitchers. They have to have some starting pitching. Dusty May will certainly help fill a role from that standpoint when we see what he's got when he comes in. Everything that is going on with this team right now. We talked about the Blues coming up tonight. Brady Cook and his future with the Jets. We'll see where that goes. Patrick Mahomes, by the way, he tore his ACL yesterday, and we covered the Chiefs a little bit earlier in the show. But the thing that's interesting also is that this is the first time in the Patrick Mahomes era that they're not going to the playoffs. First time since 2014 as well. But Mahomes did put out a quote, a statement for Chiefs fans and everybody else who are covering the team. He says, quote, "Don't know why this had to happen, and not going to lie, it hurts. But all we can do now is trust in God and attack every single day over and over again. Thank you, Chiefs Kingdom, for always supporting me and for everyone who has reached out and sent prayers. I will be back stronger than ever." And then he put a little clock, like he's on the clock. So if he was going to get hurt, for our Chiefs fans all throughout the St. Louis area, Missouri area, now is probably the best time. They got 3 weeks left in the season. He gets a little bit of extra time to have a surgery and start moving forward with this repair, a little rest for the Chiefs, a little recap, reset, put the team back together for next year. Will Travis Kelce be a part of it? Not quite sure. We'll see where all that goes. But the Chiefs do have some really good options on offense. And we know they've got a good defense as well.
Yes. And before we go, I just want to shout out to the 90 people that are in the X stream as well. If you guys do want to see more content from Vic as well and Arch City Now, also around the Lou Information Station, follow Lou Info on YouTube and Arch City Now on YouTube as well, and X and Instagram.
Appreciate it, my friend. That's producer Rye. We're glad that you guys have been with us. A lot of stories, but it was sports heavy. We cover news. We try to keep it positive. We try to keep it light, just getting people up and out the door, whatever you guys have going on. Sometimes it's heavy. And a lot of times Monday, it's heavy sports or sports stories or things from that standpoint or entertainment. And usually Tuesdays, it seems like it's a lot of news. It just does. Start of the work week, people get back and those news stories start to hit the mainstream. But we're grateful that you guys are with us. We try to have some fun, and always your calls are welcome, and so are your messages on Facebook, X, and YouTube, as producer Rye was just talking about. All right, lots of Blues to talk about. You've got Cam coming up with that. Cam Jansen, the former Blue. Cardinals trade Brendan Donovan. That could happen pretty soon as well. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. Hot Take Central 2.0 is next. As always, stay positive. Have a great day. For producer Ryan, Vic Faust. That does it for Arch City.